Hello again, guys. Thanks so much for watching one of my other videos. Now today we're going to talk about movements. We're going to talk about when to go directly towards a squad and when to just lay back. Now fighting especially the most aggressive squads were normally compact. They're the most difficult players to actually take down in the game, right? So I'm gonna talk you through how I normally think when I'm playing against those players and my movements. Now bear in mind as well, you have to be fully aware of your surroundings, so you constantly have to watch your map as well, because sometimes persons who you can't see, you can't hear, you have to sense, you have to look at your map to see if they're very close to you, and your reflex and also your reaction time have to be very good. That's something, if you continuously practice over time, you're gonna get it, so nothing to worry about there. It normally takes some time for most players, but if you constantly play the game and try to improve on your skills, you're gonna be, well, let's say above average player. You're gonna be pretty good. So here I went ahead and encountered the squad that I saw earlier. Now I was unaware of how many of them were there. I saw two. I know I took down one, so there was only about three. I am not sure if they were a very aggressive squad, so I had to be careful. So instead of my approach there, I decided to go around the player, being that he was pretty distracted with the other player that he was fighting against. So this is one part of the game that you always have to take into consideration. Know when to rush a player. So with this player now, he was pretty distracted, unaware that I was even there, so it was pretty easy to kill him. Okay, so here I encountered this guy on the hill here. I took him down pretty easily because I'm a ninja player. He didn't hear my footsteps, and I assumed that it would have basically seen me on his map as yet. So being a ninja player, you have a lot of these advantages. Other classes are good as well, but based on my gameplay, I normally go for the ninja because it fits my style of play. And that's the thing as well, when you're playing the game, you got to use a class that is basically useful to you, something that basically fits your style of play. And if you go into a game where let's say the teammate you're playing with is using the class, if you can't kindly ask him to let you use that class for the match, then I'm sure he would, so you can basically be at an advantage all the time. If that's the case, you should always have a second class as well that you can always use as it relates to your style of play and what you're comfortable with. Now after those two guys that I just killed a while ago, it was one was basically in the open. If you know where the shooters are actually coming from, always take cover. Now with these two guys right here, well, one was trying to save his teammates and another one just rushed on me. He was pretty much in the open. I wouldn't encounter especially a guy that is really good in the open, because I'm not sure how good his accuracy is, so you gotta always be mindful of that as well. So I noticed that there were some guys on the hill right here, so I had to be very careful. Didn't want him to notice me, so I laid down for him until I got the opportunity where one stood still. So anytime you see those opportunity, you gotta take them, but it's a one shot, one miss opportunity. You have to ensure that you take down the guy anytime that you're gonna expose your location, because as you see right there, instantly the squad noticed me and started to rush me right there. So with that being said, sorry guys, so with that being said, it all boils down to accuracy most of the time. Now whenever you're in a 2v1 situation, most players would use a thumb, but the thumbs, but I normally suggest that at least try to use 3 fingers in the game, because it puts you at an advantage that other players aren't. Not many players will be expecting you to be drop shotting while fighting them, so normally you have to throw a surprise at them. Alright, so here guys, I encountered a defender class. This season the class has actually been nerfed, so there's not much to really to worry about when you encounter a defender class going forward. So I think it's like last season it was grinding for like 3 hours. This season it's about 1 second, 1 second and some milliseconds. So that is not enough for the players to actually kill you. Like, as you noticed a while ago, as the guy flashed me, I almost instantly got my vision back. So that is something that will benefit a lot of us players that are not defender class users. Well, encounter defender class users a lot. Anytime though you realize you encounter a defender class, what you normally do is, well, what I would normally tell my teammates to actually do is try to go prone instantly. Stay there for like, let's say a half a second, right? So that gives you enough time that as soon as you get back your vision, it's all good to go for you to take on the player. So remember, movement, changing of location is always good, right, in the game, and constantly do it throughout. You're going to improve, guys. Peace.